Hi, everyone. This is Thya Sanders, CEO and founder of Naya Beauty. I'm here finally with my partner in crime, Celeste, the beauty director of Naya. And today we have Ashley Kennedy, the co-founder and the CEO of Ashley Kennedy Lashes that we have right here.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
I mean, the packaging,
right?
It's just super chic.
It's beautiful. Look at everyone. It's beautiful. Today, we're going to be talking about her story, starting a lash line, her background, being a female founder and entrepreneur. And then also, I am going to be a guinea pig. I've never tried on false eyelashes. Well, never put it on myself. And Celeste, under her tutelage, and also Ashley's, I'm going to be doing this myself. So let's get started. Ashley, you are up in the Bay Area, right?
That's correct. We're here in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's me, myself, and my co-founder, which is my fiance, Devin, who's missing in action right now, working hard behind the scenes.
Now, this is interesting. I've heard about co-founders, like, people starting businesses together. And now you've started this lash line with your fiance, soon to be husband. How did that come about, and how did a man get involved with starting a lash line for women?
I know. It started actually with our love story, with us dating, which was pretty awesome. So back in probably 2015, I was toting him along to the stores and the drugstores to pick up last minute date night things, and lashes was that go-to I always have to have. And he would stand there patiently. He would wait as I would go through stuff, and we would shop for lashes, and he'd be patient. And ultimately, he was kind of like, why don't you just buy these online? And at that time, they didn't really have them online, or it would cost a little bit more, and I didn't quite know how they would wear, and I was debating cost. So we decided, let's try it. So in 2018, we set out to make a lash subscription. Fast forward now to, I would say, 2020 and 2021. We built this clean luxury brand where we really wanted to bring something that was fusing technology, which represents Devin, my fiance, where it's sleek and it's modern, and we're trying to infuse even technology in our customer service and bringing the best products forward. Mm-hmm. And then also a little bit of me, right, with the passion for beauty and something that represents timeless, classic beauty.
So if you were, going through this and you were thinking about you as a consumer, right? So you have to look at both sides as a consumer and as an entrepreneur, bringing this business to life. What was missing in the market that you thought, okay, I've got to fill this void? And how did you navigate this?
Yeah, so a couple things I think we dialed into that were missing. I think the first thing is finding something that fit kind of that middle ground, right? We've seen the peak glam and, being 100% like all gorgeous, like you're going into an award show. And then you've got obviously natural beauty where you're not wearing anything, but there was something in the middle that we wanted, right? Where I hear people when they're shopping in Ulta and Sephora and they're like, I love this, but it's a little too much. Is there something a little bit more natural? Something where they like it, but maybe it doesn't fit necessarily the different age demographics, right? So you've got young women in their 20s, you've got seasoned women who are much more mature, and we all want something nice. And we wanted to create something that fit that natural middle level, but also appealed to women of all ages.
You know what I love about this brand mainly is that it's actually created by a consumer and not necessarily a professional. And being in the beauty business for so many years and being a celebrity makeup artist and all that stuff, I always felt that there is a consumer buyer and there's a professional buyer. And when you're because I do a lot of creation of cosmetics, and, oh, this is beautiful. I said, yes, but can my consumer apply it? Can my consumer use it? Because that is hard. And so I always love the perspective of the consumer on how to use a product. So I love the fact that you created this because it was so difficult. And this is also why we created Naya, because she's not in the makeup business, but she wants to look good. She's just scared, of how to apply it. So I think this is amazing.
Exactly. I love everything that you said. Some of us are just trying to live our best life, and some days we just want to feel glam in our everyday. application.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So in your journey of finding and perfecting these lashes, did you try them on? Where was your sample?
I am the human guinea pig. Definitely
Like,
in that. But he is definitely part of that technology infusing, right? That we work together and trying to understand the materials and looking at, is it green? Is it not? Is it clean? Is it something that, you know, would appeal to everybody? And then of course I'm trying on every single lash, and we really wanted to focus on a range, right? Having something from a half lash or a demi. So that way, if you're just looking for something natural, all the way, of course, to someone who might be looking for a little bit more fullness and glam to their look.
So bringing this product to the market, talk to us about the difficulties, or what were the steps to bring this to market?
It's been interesting. I think, I wish I could say it was easy, but I also wish I could say it was difficult. I think we partnered really well together, to be honest. I think Devin brings this strong background of being an engineering project manager and being able to finesse timelines and understand really the technical portion of the business, and us really being able to identify the best materials and the best goods that we could bring forth. And to your point, coming from a consumer, we're trying to understand that. What consumer isn't trying to educate themselves on making the most informed, educated purchase that benefits them, whether it's for looks or it's for beauty, right?
Right.
The other part of that was really trying to focus on where to start, right?
Yeah.
In the age of social media, we really had to learn something different, right? In regards to getting it out there. And what we're trying to work on now is just sharing our brand, sharing clean beauty, sharing our commitment to building a community of people, and really growing from there.
I'm sure it was very difficult for the sourcing of all your product, like getting the lashes in the right fit and to have the adhesive work. And I'm sure that the sourcing of all that was really tricky, and to be clean and to be tech friendly and to be this. I mean, it's really a lot of pressure these years of this time to create a brand, let alone we're creating an app too. It's like, and we're not necessarily techies, but we know as a consumer what we want. And so I'm sure that was really intense.
You definitely nailed it completely on that. I think even to add, in trying to build a clean brand, to your point, you're really trying to ensure, is everything cruelty free, right? Are we animal testing, which we're not? You know, making sure we're certified. We recently got certified on Leaping Bunny. So
It's not easy. I know that because I create fragrances as well. And I'm like, it's such a nightmare just to get that done. Yeah.
You had mentioned technology a couple of times. What do you mean by technology, incorporating technology into your lash line?
So I think it starts with the basics. We've got some ideas coming in the near future, but it definitely starts with just leveraging the ability to create, I'm going to pull it up, packaging, right? That has kind of a different approach. Seeing it seamless, kind of, if you think of it like kind of like a car, right? A Ferrari. And having something that is not just a box that slides out, and not just having something that is functional, but something that looks good. If you think about the age of technology, it's really taken things that fit an everyday purpose and evolve them into a whole aesthetic and having function. And it's the same way we've looked at choosing our materials, right? Whether it's a sturdy box that you can restore this in so that you don't have to worry about dirt and debris, or whether you're looking at some of our lash pins that we're not looking at something light. I know people can't actually tell, but you're looking at something that has a true aluminum construction and quality in it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, your attention to detail. I mean, I love your social media, and the aesthetic, and the presentation is just impeccable.
Gorgeous.
And it's just gorgeous.
I love the little diamond, because I love every little detail, because it's functional, it's clean, but it's sexy. And yeah, because the thing of being clean, it's like, it's a little boring, right? So we want a little, little sex appeal.
You can still have bling with clean.
But it's sexy and it's super sophisticated at the same time,
Yeah.
which I love, because I've always feel that sometimes we go too much on this side and too much on that side. And as you said, in the middle.
So I want to switch a little bit and talk about personal stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, get a little deep and dirty. So you are in business with your fiance, and yet fiance means planning a wedding. how are you balancing, work and personal life? How are you doing all this?
It's been crazy. So wedding wise, we got engaged in 2019 and then the pandemic hit. So we were trying to see, like most people, where that was going to go, and keeping the health of our family as a priority, we decided just to pause. So now with things opening back up, I think those conversations can reopen. But I would say definitely during quarantine, or definitely during trying to run this business, being in tight quarters, we go for a drive. It seems really simple, but that's our evening thing. We go for a walk. We go brainstorming on a drive, just looking at the beautiful, landscape of California, seeing the trees, and we do our best thinking when we do that. And that's honestly how we've made it work.
I mean, I think, just with Celeste and I, with her other business and my business here, we both work with our husbands, and like you're working with your fiance, and it's kind of like, okay, you wake up and go to bed with your partner. And so
everyone's like, how is that? I'm like, it either works or it doesn't.
Right.
It's really either or. And I'm lucky that it works, thank goodness. But there's moments where we're talking about business and you get personal a little bit. So it gets a little bit like, wait, this didn't work.
Especially if you don't agree on something, right? It's like, I think it should be this way, or no, I think it's that way. It's like, okay, let's just agree to disagree, but then we have to come back and make a decision, right? Because it can't just be left up in the air.
Yeah. It's actually been fun to work together because I've been so used to working with my husband. And I'm like, oh, I have a girlfriend now. I was like, oh, this is kind of fun,
It's so different. You guys are right though, because it's like I admire and wish I would never trade Devin, but had a girlfriend here to also work with in this journey.
Right. I mean, it's something funny because Jay will say, like, wait a minute, when I envisioned Naya, and I was talking about, like, especially like what you're saying is that being customer zero, right? Like thinking, okay, I need something. I wish there was a way that I could order lashes. I wish there was a way that I could have a one-on-one beauty advice with a makeup artist through an app, and there wasn't something like that. And I remember Jay saying to me, are you trying to tell me you don't know makeup? And I'm like, no, I don't know makeup. There's a problem. He's like, wait a minute, I thought all women knew makeup. So it's kind of funny that, okay, we're in these businesses with our husbands, and there's our male counterpart that has absolutely no idea about beauty. Well, she's lucky because her husband is like from the beauty industry, but
fragrance, but still, and fashion,
fashion. And your fiance is in engineering and in the tech sector, and he's all of a sudden now he's thrown into like the lash world and beauty world, and that's why he's like, well, what do you mean you can't just order something? So not only are you educating, the public about your brand and why it's different, but you're also educating your partner about why this is so significant, right?
Yeah. When you're creating a cosmetic brand, it's very technical to develop. So having your engineer husband must have been very vital and actually really beneficial.
I'd love to him. He's been awesome. He brings a wealth of knowledge you would never think would translate from what he does into what we're doing. So
I can see some commonality of like what you do, your business and our business, in the sense that there's like this dual marketplace that Celeste talks about with me all the time, and that's like the consumer and then also the artistry, right? Because we have a two-place marketplace where there's an app, a point of entry for the consumers to be able to access makeup artists, and then we also have an app, the point of entry for makeup artists to be able to upload all of their information and then start scheduling and client management. And on your side, I can see, you're not only selling this to the consumer for them to use on themselves, but now you have makeup artists who are also using it on their clients. Yeah. So how are you marketing to both of these two sectors?
Yeah, so on our site, we're working on actually offering something, obviously, for makeup artists, as well as for customers, really trying to, as your point, empower people and educate them on how they can kind of own their beauty journey. I think there's two parts to this. So the first one being is you can do it, not being scared, finding the right tools and finding the right resources, right? The first one being the app that you guys have created, and then having the right tools once you see how to take that information and pulling it through. And I think an example like this is a strong partnership of being able to give people those breadcrumbs to be able to empower themselves and to learn how to do it and to feel their best. And I think every day that's all we all want to do is really feel our best.
Yeah.
So I think by us just starting there, we're really
building a community as well, I believe is very important. There's a community of people who are kind of thinking the same way and needing the same way. And that's important for us, is building really strong relationships. But we're also very excited about what's coming and what's next. And that's
Cutting edge.
I was spying on you from the very beginning. And I'm like, ooh.
I think this is a perfect segue when you're talking about empowering people on how to use this to, like, I am the guinea pig. Okay, let's get started. So what we received from you, which was so generous, are these two sets of lashes. And what's so funny, everyone, is that we're located in San Diego and we were doing a photo shoot in Palm Springs, and Ashley's so cute. She sent us her San Diego and Palm Spring lashes.
Yeah.
How
That
fun
was
is
so cute.
And then we also got 2 pens,
Yes.
glue sticks.
Yes, adhesive.
Adhesives. Okay, see, I'm already learning. What is so cool, you guys, about this is, Celeste showed me, is that, okay, this is black. Is that clear?
This is clear.
And this is black. But this could also be used as an eyeliner, you said? Is that true?
I'm correct. The black side, we'll use this one, actually.
Okay.
So maybe I'll do one side.
Okay.
I have the Palm Springs half.
Let's try the half. I think
because we've never had something like that, and I think it'll be fun.
Someone new.
I don't have tweezers on me. I'm doing it with
Should I do tweezers?
Sometimes that's what happens. I think it's
works. Anyways, as a makeup artist, I use my hands for everything. I rarely use any.
Yeah.
But and everyone's different. So okay, so I'm just gonna lay flat close. So
I'll let you do that.
I'm gonna do where I'm laying it flat. Now, is there a timing on this?
I would say give it a couple seconds just to get tacky, but it's not a very, the product doesn't have a lot of transfer, which is something I love. When you use certain black eyeliners, they have that very wet timing that they just might transfer on your eyelid as soon as you open. And I think what's great about this one is that maybe after a couple seconds, by the time you line your eyes, you pull the lash out of the case, you're ready to actually apply, and you don't have to worry about waiting much longer than that.
Okay.
Right. So I've got to put the adhesive.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Close to.
So you see, it looks like liner.
Yeah.
But this is actually glue.
Yeah.
Well, it's very light, you guys. I can't even feel it.
So I'm going to use my fingers gently.
And the black is great because if you're familiar with doing eyeliner, it's the same application you would do for eyeliner. You can even wear just the liner by itself. It's not anything different. And we also offer a clear pen that in the color champagne as what we call it. That way, if you're not an eyeliner lady, you can switch it up and have something more natural. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay this flat. Any suggestions, Ashley? I'm gonna go for it.
My biggest tip is just to make sure that you're pressing the lash in towards the eye, gently, of course, just to make sure that the lash and the adhesive are bonding to the eye. And it does have a little bit of time that you can shift and move it. You're an expert, but if anybody else was trying to apply, they do have some.
Look how beautiful.
Oh, yes.
These are like set. This is the half moon, but it's nice and long.
Look
at you, girl.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it.
Out after this.
I love the half ones because they're easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about cutting anything. If you're new to lashes, you don't have to feel like nervous.
Oh gosh, it's
How do you feel? She's never worn lashes in her life.
That was so easy.
It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's so feathery.
It's really, really light. I love it because I'll tell you something. As a makeup artist, I'm not a big fan of lashes in the sense where they look overly done. So I'm always like teasing them a bit because I want them to look like you, even the big ones. And I pump mascara like crazy because I know how to lift and then maybe add some. So this is gorgeous. I love this.
I love it.
I like the texture of the lashes because they're really soft. What is it made out of? The lashes, or is there anything particular about the hair?
They are a vegan material. They're made out of right now they're made out of a certain type of silk, which I think is awesome because obviously
That's
we're
why
not.
They're so soft and feathery.
and then they're handmade themselves. You have that cotton band, so you're not necessarily dealing with something that's like machine method that's hard, exactly harder. So it's gentle on the eye.
With lashes, the base of it can be really hard and sticky and stiff, but these are really, really soft and easy to throw on, I have to say.
I'm glad to hear that.
Okay, are you ready? Okay.
All right. So just a couple of questions.
Yes.
Okay. So are these reusable, or do you just toss them afterwards?
They are reusable. If you choose to toss them, you are more than welcome to. But yeah, you can easily peel them off. You want to be gentle with your natural lashes, and then you can store them right back in the case, and you can wear them, you know, next weekend or next month when you go out for brunch or for a date night.
How many uses do you have with one set?
Between 25 and 30. I try to pay attention though to the band of the lash, right? You want to be mindful because it's your eyes, what you're putting there. I have glasses on today, but in general, right? You want to just make sure that it's clean. You don't have any makeup residue, which there's a way to clean them with a little oil-free makeup remover. If you're noticing that they're not as clean, then I would say it's time to replace your lashes, even if you haven't hit the 25 to 30 mark.
Wow, I'm really impressed. That's fantastic.
That's so cool.
Okay, so I might give a little suggestion on application for newbies with liners, because some people have great hands and they can just do a sweep line. But with Cynthia, because she's very new to this, I think it's good to take it section by section with the liner. As a I say this with liner, especially with liquid liner.
Okay.
If you can, have you ever tried that?
I have. I am not an expert at eyeliner. I know it works for me, but I feel that works a lot easier than trying to take a line and then you end up with a line that's like an
because it might get jaggedy and you're nervous and all of that.
Okay.
So what I would say, so instead of taking the tip, you want to take, let me get the mirror here. Normally I can do it without a mirror, but I'm going to just show you so you can see. You're going to lift up your head and you see how I'm going flat.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to go flat and press. Okay, press and sweep. Does that make sense?
Yes, press and sweep.
And get as close to the lash line as possible. We're going to try to, because this is also an adhesive, we need some glue on there.
Okay. So old school way was you take the lash, you put the glue on the lash, right?
And you go,
blow,
make it tacky.
And that's the old school way.
I mean, that's what we still do.
Where do I start with? Start here.
You don't have to go all the way in with these because you're a half an inch.
Yeah, and just take your time.
Yeah, don't rush it.
Okay.
Good.
Yes.
All right.
Now.
So we're gonna peel this off at the edge very gently. Rip it off.
Okay. Okay. I have it in my hand.
So now look at the lash.
Yes.
The longer side goes on the outer corner.
Got it.
The shorter side goes in the inner corner.
How far out?
So you need to lift up you need to see your lash line.
Okay.
And you're gonna you're almost like pressing down into the lash. There you go. There you go.
Awesome.
And then take the two tips on the side. I want her to do it. So it's like,
yeah, she's doing awesome.
Doing great.
Oh my God.
Press, now take the tips a little bit and push a little bit in.
How am I doing?
I think you're doing great.
Awesome.
The key is to push it down into the lash line a little bit more.
Okay.
So it keeps it more natural.
So it doesn't look like there's a separation.
Right.
Okay.
Now is it okay to add mascara to it?
Definitely you can add mascara to it. I think it's a preference though to add mascara.
Do I add mascara before or after?
I
think it's a preference too, right?
I think it is too. I have naturally short lashes, which is why I love lashes. So I do a little bit of mascara beforehand, especially to make sure my lashes blend, my personal natural lashes blend with any type of strip lash that I'm wearing. You can put a little bit on the actual strip lash. Just want to be mindful not to go too heavy, but again, like she said, it's a preference.
Yeah, I, as a makeup artist, I put mascara on first just because I like the weight of it, and it kind of but sometimes I don't, and sometimes I'm in a rush and I have a last minute shoot and then I have to add it on. But I do find that the weight kind of weighs it down, holds it and levels it out a bit. Wow, look at you. Woohoo, glamour.
Like all of a sudden I have a pop.
But you see how they pop your eyes?
Yes. I mean,
lashes are so important.
Mine seem to be a little, like yours seem to be more seamless, but I guess maybe that's
but it takes practice. I have to say, that was a lot of pressure being on camera.
Right. First of all, I'm being number one, I'm being recorded. Number two, I'm talking to the inventor of these lashes, right? I got to do her justice. And number three, I'm sitting next to a seasoned professional. So no pressure whatsoever. Oh, and by the way,
I love it.
And lastly, we've got an audience.
Yeah,
so that's
they're like watching us right now, poor girl. But she did a great job. No, I think it's great. Well, what I wanted to see is that if it was, is it user friendly? That's the most important thing, and it's extremely easy to use. I think it's fabulous.
It's super easy, user friendly. Can you tell us how many lashes do you have? Like, what's in your line? How many products do you have?
Yeah, so right now we have 4 lashes and 2 adhesive pins. We're actually working on something else to bring a few more additional styles. So stay tuned for that. But as you guys know, of course, you have the adhesive pins in black or caviar and champagne, which is clear. And then we offer the half lash, which you're wearing, which is Palm Springs. And then we have 2 other pairs that have a little bit more volume. So if you want a little bit more length and you feel like you want to take the training wheels off or a little bit more zhuzh to your day, they're also available.
Now, are all of them named of California cities?
They are.
Oh, I love it. We're Cali's too, so it's great.
What are the other names?
So there's, of course, Palm Springs that you're wearing. We showed San Diego, and we have Oakland, and we have LA. So you kind of go with the personality.
That's some bling.
Attitude, more natural and chill.
So what are your plans for the future with this lash line? Like, what is your goal? Tell us your dream.
Any chances that there's individuals coming?
Potentially, there may be something. We definitely are on a journey to make it luxurious, to make it easy. Of course, always staying clean. I think our overall plan on this is to make sure that we're empowering people, not just with lashes, but their beauty routine, similar to what you guys are doing with the app, and really just growing our brand so that it's an enjoyable experience to treat yourself. It's an enjoyable moment when you're applying your makeup, and even when you're looking at it. That was the goal, and just even making the packaging. So I've got some other fun things coming though.
That's so exciting. So, I think I told you this earlier, is that today is our launch day. Been working on this app, this version, for so long. I tell the girls and the team that I listen to this podcast by Reed Huffman. It's Masters at Scale. And he says, listen, just put it out there. You're going to be embarrassed by your first iteration, but you're going to improve. And I hope that this is an improvement that everybody enjoys. One of the things to celebrate the launch, and I know this is going to be broadcasted later, but is that we're doing a giveaway contest for our followers. They have to enter, and we have a gift bag for them, for the winners. And Ashley Kennedy was generous enough to include a set of lashes and one of her pens. So you guys, this was so easy for me to try on. It's amazing, and it's absolutely beautiful. I don't know. I need to go someplace. I don't know where I'm going, but
We're going to.
I know. I need to go.
Now that we can go out to dinner, right?
It's only like 2:00, but I'm wearing these all day, So make sure that you guys enter the giveaway so that you can win some of her lashes and her pen. So thank you so much, and we can't wait to see what you have in store for the rest of us later on. These little nuggets that you're sharing with us. We're stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll share some more. Thank you so much, ladies. It's been great.
Thanks, guys, for watching our Naya Unfiltered special broadcast with Ashley Kennedy. Make sure to watch the full video version on our YouTube channel at Naya Beauty App. Thanks.
Thank you.